Hey everyone, Magic Railroader here. I've been dead for a while, and like most immortal people, they come back to life, and that's kind of what I'm doing right now. So in front of me, I've got a really old Hornby set. It's with a battery-powered Thomas, Annie, and Clarabelle, and Bertie for the episode where they had their race together, and I decided to do a review on it because I really didn't see a lot of videos on this item. I've seen maybe like one or two people post about it, but like not really like give like an in-depth review on it. So that's what I'm gonna do with you with this. I got this a while ago. It's just been sitting in storage for a really long time. So I'm finally opening it up, giving it a shot, and showing you all the little different pieces. There's a lot of interesting stuff in this, and we'll take a look in just a sec. So opening it up, you get all these different pieces. You get some different colored tracks, curves, straights, and a whole bunch of other goody stuff. We got a bridge here. This is for Bertie. So I think all of the yellow track is supposed to be his road, while the red track is supposed to be Thomas's track. We've got a level crossing here where they'll just pass through. It's automated, so it's when each character just goes through. Station platforms. I'm assuming a station. Small little signal. Bus stop sign. And the tracks are self-explanatory. They look like they can be interchangeable, where one side is track, another side is road. So if you want to expand your layout, it looks like you can do that too. Right before I pull out Thomas and Bertie, there's a whole bunch of other stuff right underneath this thing. So you get like these little punch-out cards, much like the narrow gauge set that I did a review on, where you can push out some of these things. Looks like you can make a tunnel, some cows, more signals. Looks like that's going to be the actual station. What station did they illustrate? We've got Wellsworth. Alright. Sir Top and Hat figure, and a driver or fireman figure, some trees, and those would be mounted on these things, where you just, after you punch them out, you just insert them into the little grooves of these pieces so that they can stand up and whatnot. These are the pieces for the sheep, or the cows. I think they're cows. Yeah, they're cows. They look like sheep on this thing, but they're cows. But I'm not going to do that. This is just going to be a review for the actual play set, where it involves our characters over there. And over here looks like you got some more trees, some more figures, and I'm assuming those work the same way, and maybe those are just standalone pieces. I'm not too sure, but we're not going to get into that. So I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to set some things up, and we'll show a little bit of running. And once again, we're back. I set up the tracks and the road. Let me see if I can get up. For a kid's set, it's not bad. It's cute, you know, as most of Thomas items are. Pretty extensive. I don't really quite know a measurement, but that's what the whole thing looks like. And I'm just going to give a little close-up detail shots of the models. We've got Thomas with the classic Hornby face. Come on, focus. There we go. Looks like he's got a little factory chip on his eye, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. Pretty simple. A good molded body. Everything seems to be painted. The whistle's painted, pinstriping. I like how the cab is hollowed out. A little tiny bit of coal, that would not work. The detailing on the rear windows, the classic season 1 rear pinstriping, and plastic wheels, metal coupling rods. Just as an FYI, this Thomas model is not powered. He doesn't have any motorization in the model itself. He is actually pushed by Annie. Annie's the one with all of the... She's the conductor of this train, basically. I placed a battery in her and Bertie already so that we can have them set up and start rolling. Classic Annie. You can see some little people there. I think the sheen is a little bit of maybe like a piece of plastic to simulate windows. Yep. And illustrations of people in there. Hook and loop style couplings. Traction tires to get her going. A little switch. You can actually, with the switch, either send them forward or reverse. So it's kind of cool. Yeah. And Clarabelle's pretty much the same, but it's Clarabelle. Classic face. Oh, I didn't show you Annie's face. I'll show you that in just a second. Same concept. Windows, people, no traction tires. She just runs. And once again, Annie's shocked face. That's all merchandise we'll ever give her, right? Bertie. I think this is the same Bertie that this is all Hornby products. So I think this is the same Bertie that is sold by itself for the Hornby Thomas range. I'm assuming, because they do look very similar. They all have the same face. And I think they're all motorized. All of the Hornby Berties are motorized. The same concept, battery goes to the bottom, traction tires. You can choose forward or reverse. Definitely one of the better Bertie models that are out there. And I think a lot of people are sought after this model. I believe. I see them from time to time, and they go pretty high up. Illustrations of people. So I don't quite know where to put them to start to meet, because they don't really have like a spot where they're right next to each other. I think I'll put Bertie here. Nope, I'm sorry, he goes on the roads. I completely forgot because I'm an idiot. Okay, I'm just gonna have them sit there. Let's hook up these guys. So the road bed, like I said, if you flip it, you get rails, and they sit differently. Bertie will need the wider width to sit into the road, while Thomas, Annie, and Clarabelle will need the rail side. They actually sit right in there. They don't sit out here, so you actually need the rail side for them. It's also kind of cool. And they just sit snugly in. You just hook them up. They're together. And I can't remember which one is forward or reverse. Let's go with right. Nope, that's backwards. I lied. Okay, here we go. So it's kind of cool how Tom just kind of moves along like that. Very classic. A little nostalgia to the classic series. And like I mentioned before, these are manually operated, so they just push every time the characters go by. Just like that. And let's get Bertie rolling too. Oh, he's kind of fast. Oh, that was a close call. I think in this case Bertie would win, right? That's not looking too good. Oh. That was cool. And once again, just one of those moments where I just put myself on film, being a kid again. Come on. There you go. So yeah, I would do a little more details. I'd pull out some of the other stuff, but I kind of just want to keep this as we got a little problem here. I kind of want to keep this as a pristine collector's item as much as I can, so that it's just in lightly played condition now. These keep getting stuck. I wonder if these just get stuck very often. Alright. So yeah, I kind of want to keep this in lightly played condition so I don't ruin it, which is why I didn't punch out any of the other stuff from the box. But as far as some of the papers, you guys can't keep getting stuck like this. I mean, like, come on. Let's see. As far as some of the paper stuff, certificate, I think. I don't know. Nope, it's a return policy. That's all it is. Seriously, come on. Gotta watch you guys. Well, they should rename this set Bertie the Douchebag. So he seems to be struggling just a little bit at the level crossing. Especially when they collide. Like that. But that's that. That's the Hornby, Thomas and Bertie, The Great Race set.